Right, thank you all for that. Well, everyone, welcome to the last game of the MCC for the regular season. This is week number 9. Good to see you all here. We've made it that far. Congratulations, NATTS Season 10. And here we got a special treat for you here. We've got the Orcs, of course, against the Bretonian team. Let's see how these two actually fare, considering these are going to be definitely two teams to keep an eye on during the rest of the season. Because round 2, both these teams easily qualified in. As you can see here, they've got some rather interesting combination of skills, including, he's got the block here on the thrower. Well, that's an interesting thought. He's got pretty much a troll all but in name in the Black Orc in the front line. And let's get this one started. Not missing a trick here, are we? Ah, right. Let's actually watch the Bretonian side here then, shall we? So, as you can hear, lots of excitement going on around the league as we're all deciding here. It's like, yep, first round's done. There's a couple surprises here and there, and a couple of, well, not quite so surprises. And now it's all going to shake up pretty much in our round 2 is. So some might even consider this game here the last one of any really good spectacular value out of the MCC Division as the last grand preview and grand breath of what craziness is going to transpire during the rest of the season. So let's see what these buggers can get done here. Now he's gone blitzing down the side there. Yeah, you can actually see. That's right. Yeah, they've actually got a Gobbo in their team. And of course, he's got sidestep, so he actually has his uses. Of course, Golden having his uses here. Well, it all depends how long he actually survives. You can tell the Bretonian teams are eyeing this one here, going, "Oh, look, free casualty." Now the Bretonians here deciding to be incredibly conservative. They've put a deep receiver in all the way down the lines here, and otherwise they're just caging things up here, and they're going to wait to see if anything really happens here against the Orcs. As you can see here, the Orcs have no reserves. That's why the Goblins are right on the field. Now, they've actually decided to save one here. Okay, so they have a clever plan then. That's right. It's the Bretonians that don't have a reserve, which is rather surprising to see at this point in the season here. You'd expect the Bretonians to have, I don't know, a couple of extra peons here and there. So he's had a bit of a grind getting to this point here. Orcs, of course, have the Apothecary, 3 rerolls, and an ability to give a good solid fisting. And behold, there you go. Let's see just how long this cage actually survives. Well, we'll see if this cage actually survives longer than VG's date with me sister. And that even included the cigarette, and that's about barely even 2 minutes. So, let's see what happens here. Bretonians very quickly are realising, well, we can't just stick around here. Of course, most of his Bretonians here, of course, are for the blitzes here. He's been going with the basic Blood route. Gets the basic pound away there on the solid flank, and he's off to the races. How about you, lads? You wrestled a Goblin. What's wrong with you, lad? It's the Goblin that's a win. And of course you're rewarded with all your time and effort with a skull. There goes a precious reroll. Early push, and it looks like, well, quite frankly, the Bretonians might be even going for the early score. What's this? Ring around the rosy? Does he look rosy? Well, then again, takes all coins. I'm not going to judge. There has to be some reason for half orcs. Someone must fancy them. Well, here they come. The Orcs have decided, you know what? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't let the bastards score. Good idea, me lord. Now, Orcs, of course, not really known for the speed. The lack of fashion skill, maybe. The lack of agility also, as you can see, maybe. But don't worry, that's what a reroll's for. Now, even chances to go for it, gets to go for it. And there's everyone's favourite game of push me, push you. Well, there's the fence. So, yeah, where's old Twinkle Toes here going? My, doesn't he look butch? Right, well, the Bretonians, well, fun and excitement, and there's a crazy skill to have actually on a blocker. Jump up. Well, we'll see how well it actually goes during the rest of the season, doesn't it? And as we said, this is going to be an interesting preview of two teams you can expect to do very spectacular things in the second round. Of course, many have said that about the Dwarf team last season, and go look what happened with that one. You know, no, really, look that one up. He went from one of the most dominating records in the first round to one of the worst records in the second round. Speaking of the worst rounds, there's a roundhouse right into his chin. Down he goes. And well done, Bob's your uncle, and there's a quick score. It's 1-0. Well, let's turn this around here. That's a quick early score. And let's see what the Orcs can actually do about this little mess. Now, of course, as mentioned here, the Orcs have decided, you know what, they're going to actually keep this little cheeky bugger on the field. He's got all kinds of uses, including maybe even scoring the bloody thing. Also possibly getting the ball, and of course, you know, that great and wonderful power of stunting when it comes to dodging through the other team. So, don't get me wrong. Well, unfortunately, Rouge Apothecaries have found themselves a golden opportunity here to set themselves up in a better and hopefully less deadly position. Well, a little bit of changing around here. Come on, lads, steady it up. There we go, out the rafters, and we're off here. Well, so much for that excitement. Let's try that again with more feeling. He's got the ball this time. And now what are you going to do with it? I know, let's actually take it somewhere. And now you're supposed to see, you know, what actually does make the Orcs, you know, quite formidable to start is, quite frankly, those Black Orcs possibly can battle the Troll. Well, there you go, you've got, you know, 5 rather impressive players, but in this case, well, they're really good at taking a dive, aren't they? Yeah, well, so much for that drive. And the Bretonians want to deal with this one here. Because this opens up all kinds of possibilities. There's the power of Dauntless failing, of course. Don't worry, he solved that problem. He jumps himself back up again. This is actually becoming quite an impressive little blocker. And where do the rest of you lot want to go today? There's a good solid punch. And there's a good another solid fall down. And after that, well, Battalions, I think, have basically fired their lot at this point, and decided, let's now wait for the Orcs to come to us. Now, of course, Battalions, as has been discussed recently, have been voted in, of course, to become once again, finally, after an absence of over 30 years, a fully 100% regulation team, both in the NAF and, of course, also Games Workshop. So, believe it or not, there's going to be, for those of you who actually do play the wonderful version of the game that's, you know, done with more humans and less computers, yeah, you're going to find out that, yep, there's going to be some new team figures issued sometime soon. Of course, don't worry, all the other independent companies have already come up with those for you. And yes, just like the proper team, they do not come with a bar of soap. Highly recommended because, well, stench at 20 paces seems to be a Battalion thing. Speaking of, meet me fists. Let's see if he does the other thing Battalions are known for. Well, doesn't crack, he's just stunned. And here we go, the Bretonians. Let's see what he can do this time. Well, he's going to contain this renegade orc. Well, he feels contained alright. In fact, as I understand it, right now he's actually gesturing the coach, and he's going to gesture to the coach where the Bretonian has gone and touched him. Apparently some kind of a rule about that in this league. Yeah, that's a rather brave peon, he got away with it too. Push me, push you. And now here comes spectacular drive, the Orcs nuts by dodging away. And the little buggers have gotten away with it again. Of course going, well, why not him? Well, why? Look, all he did was, would you like a piece of candy? And the troll's munching it. See, it's a brilliant plan. Really, it is. You should try that sometime. Now, speaking of trying it sometime, the Orcs might actually want to try and hit something. So here they come. They've decided, you know what? We might be slow, we might be lumbering, but we can surround the bastard. That's a little bit of a dangerous spot, but don't worry. He thinks he's got this covered well in hand. What could possibly go? You know I'm going to jinx it when I say that, right? Well, maybe this time could be the exception. I doubt it, but you know what? This could possibly happen. And here come the rest of the boys in pink and green. God, what a colour. And off they go. As for the Bretonians, golden opportunity here. No tackles or anything, just go right down the centre and quite frankly surround up the Orcs. Over here, I'm here thinking, you might have forgot he's got Dauntless, right? Aye, you did forget that, didn't you? Now all he needs is sort of push me, push you, and later on he might get back there for a one-die block. Or use a guard. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, it's Surf City. Medieval way. Alright, let's get on with it here. As you're noticing here, the broadcast is having a wee bit of a pause delay. It's unfortunate what happened early on this week. We have been trying to restore things back to their normal condition. So fortunately we're making use of one of the last games of the season here to test things out before we retune it again. And there's the Great Palace strip a ball. Well, it stripped something alright. See, Apothecary neck break there, as I understand. It doesn't just strip the ball. Apparently it's very popular with the nurses, as you can strip them at 10 paces. I tell you, it's quite the parlour trick. You should pretend one of these parlour tricks of his. Speaking of, push me, push you, not what the Orcs really want to do, because quite frankly they like to take this thing and actually, do something useful with it. Of course, then again, according to the Orcs, doing something useful with the football includes, jamming it right down your skull. Oh, look, he's got the ball. Well done. Turn 6, he's got 2 more turns. Perfectly possible. The only problem is he might end up running out of players. And he's forgotten here the troll actually does need someone to remind him to stop eating the bloody candy. Well, he saved himself from certain death over there. Well, at least certain autographs. It really depends if he's a popular player or not. We've seen that happen in this league before. And finally, you might want to wash yourself after that. Yes, he's stunned, but you don't know where he's been. No, really, you never know where they've been. They're peons. Where do you think they get fed? Well, there's a solid punch. Off he goes. Well, he's going to take a wee bit of a nap. And that frees up the rest of the Bretonian teams too, well, of all things, because of, munching candy over here. To come charging across, and we'll try and even things up here. The Orcs may have bitten off way more than chew. Now, maybe not if he rolls like that. That might solve his problem for him. Oh, look, it's his favourite game. Beat the Gobbo. Well, that Gobbo definitely, due to the enormous amount of abuse he suffers from his own team, is proven rather durable. And yes, it's ball-berry night today at the stadium, as we've all discovered what the fans have done with the damn things. More's the pity. Well, look who's actually finished sucking on his lollipop. And the rest of the Orcs have, well, decided, well, we didn't need that reroll, let's try that again, this time with more feeling. It's a push me, push you. Here comes the rest of the team, because, well, why not? And you might actually want to get around to, well, trying to get through here. There we go, one die, gets away with the push, lucky him. And he's off to the races. Well, it's potato time in the finest sense of this word. Have I mentioned they're not an agile team? Yes, I do believe I did mention that earlier. Alright, Battalions, this should be a no-brainer. And fortunately for you, having peons, it's a good thing it's a no-brainer. Because it doesn't require them. Because this would require most of your team actually having them. And there you go, solid hit, there he goes, chop chop. And ball into the crowd. Who's the lucky wanker? Oh god, it's going to be the troll, isn't it? Well, that's going to make for an interesting play if the Orcs try it. Final Dauntless doesn't care. Crowd, of course, doesn't really care either. And well, so much for that excitement. And now here we go. Peons coming right back in, going, you know what? I've got a special friend of mine, Meet Me Fist. Well, he's rather impressed by it. He's so impressed he's stunned. He didn't know the tattoos were all over that way. And at this point here, well, quite frankly, he decides, you know what, I can afford to use the reroll because what could possibly go wrong here? What are the odds the troll can actually get away with actually picking up the ball? Because clearly your team can't pick up the ball. Alright, Orcs, believe it or not, you've got one real play. Well, technically you've got two, depends how aggressive you really want to get. You could blitz with him, or you can actually do that. And what would the fans really prefer? You know what? That will do. That will definitely do. I understand the new skulls are looking rather attractive this year in Bretonia. Well, in this case here, well, frankly, his team's going to be the most attractive team in Bretonia at this rate. Oh, yep, he has paid attention to the cast. There he goes, solid hit. And he does make it in. And now, for the, quote, easy part. Let's see you pick up the ball, Sunshine. Ah, he's got it. Have I mentioned he's not agile? Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to myself. What's that? Bloody wankers. Anyway, I heard that. Right. Well, the good news is the Orcs, they get to try that again. And this time, well, hopefully with a wee bit more feeling, they have managed to actually thin two players out. Some good solid hits. Well done all around. And meanwhile, they've actually still got sitting there. Well, they might let him come out to play. If he didn't leave the bathroom door open all the time. Long story. Now, I'm not going to describe that one there. You figure that one out. But don't worry here, the Battalions have every confidence they can, well, at least smell up the rink here. As was mentioned before here, the Fame, though, is cheering the Battalions here. Let's see what they can actually do with this thing. There we go. That's just what they were looking for. It's a great order. And they're going to be all over this one here. Worse than the last dancing strip. Now they're not missing anything here. They're going to put everything in a bag of crisp into this poor lad. Now to find out if Orcs truly can fly. Aye, yes they can. As long as you put your back into it. Yeah, good shot. And now here comes the rest of the team. Like I said, here comes the rest of the team. You might have wanted to use this one here. Because you can't need him to defend it. Well, let's see what actually he does. Yeah, now he's figured this one out. And he even gets away, solid catch. And now it's all kinds of problems for the Orcs. Well, he's got 99 problems, and quite frankly, the battalions are one of them. So he's also, connecting on his punch. So he's decided to dig in and start letting the troll do what for. Yeah, it's his favourite game in the front line. Push me, push you. He has freed up more players now, so this is not such a bad thing. But of course, possession is 9/10 of the law, and of course, depending on what you're possessing, it can get you anything from 2 to 5 years. Here we go. Solid blitz, solid push. That does sweet bupkis. There you go. Reroll, ball's free. Has anyone got the ball? How about you, Sunshine? No? You? How about you? Come on. Someone's going to have to teach this team how to handle their balls. I'll ask me sister what she's doing next week. Anyway, meanwhile, Orcs, blessed be, have actually found a way to get the sucking ball. Whilst out one of the battalions, they have many ways to go get a ball. And it usually starts with, reaching in with a fist and, doing unsavoury things to a cod piece. And speaking of unsavoury things, that Orc is kind of fallen down again. Well, wonderful use of a peon. He's expendable, might as well mark the play up. And here comes the other lad, because guess what? He can have him put the dice into him, and he got him. And now you have your worst possible nightmares as the battalions. Mr. Sodding Useless has got the ball. Well, now what you're going to do, Sunshine? All you've done is mark the poor bastard for death. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, really. Frankly, from the fans' viewpoint, this is a brilliant idea. I said it's a brilliant... Never mind. Clearly, the old coach is not paying attention to the broadcast here. So, reams of delight and frustration here by the Orcs here is, quite frankly, they like to get their balls back. Ask me wife. There we go. More solid punching on the front line, and of course it's the usual push me, push you. Reams of excitement. How about you? Oh, good, Sunshine. You actually found a way to hit something. He's been working out, I see. Yeah, there's the power of a stunty and dodge. And he gets away with everything. Even a wee bit more. And unfortunately now he's found a couple of loose ball bearings. He's pretty stunned by that one. I don't know why you buggers come up with some of these promotions here. Yes, I know it brings in the fans and you need the money. But really, your players are not thanking you, lads. Well, push me, push you here. See, this is the one thing you do love about the battalions and the blitzes. All starting with Dauntless. And people say the battalions need a big guy. That's why they don't need one. 4 Dauntlesses to start. It's absolutely staggering in their hands. They can deal with many a higher strength team easily. Solid punch down. And he can take a wee bit of a third nap here. The battalions have actually decided, what? They're going to have to do something, well, very becoming of the battalions when you think about it. Noble. They've actually got to try and rescue the peon. Well, that's not the way to do it, but you know what? It does show their hearts in the right place. Of course, frankly, with this troll, he'd like to put the heart in his right place. Down his gullet. Orcs recovering from yet another disastrous turn here. I'm going to decide, you know what? Push me, push you, and maybe, just maybe, they can finally knock this bloody peon down. Well, they've got the poor bugger surrounded, and what? There he goes. And the ball is actually in a not bad spot, at least from the Orcs' viewpoint. And from the Orcs' viewpoint, the reason why it's in a not bad spot, it's actually on the ground and not in the hands of the crummy battalions. You wondered where I was going with that one, didn't you? Well, more solid smash-ups, fistings, and yes, a peon learns how he can fly. Well, he's pretty stunned. What was that supposed to achieve? Well, alright, you proved you can hit him. I still don't know what I was supposed to achieve. And once again, the Bretonians get to demonstrate the great power of Dauntless. And it's just wreaking havoc here, but yeah, the longer they can keep this ball stalled down here, the worse the problems are getting to be for the Orcs here. Well, there goes the Cheyennes for a while. And once again, they've got lots of coverage in the ball. They get away with the second dodge. In comes the lucky bugger. Alright, finally a dodge does not go their way. Would you like to try that again, sweetheart? Ah, he made it that time. And then, of course, the other one gets away. And, well, frustration continues there. It's like a cold shower, unfortunately, for the Orcs. So, let's see what the pink axes can actually do here. Because right now, face it, it's acting like they're another night at the strip club. You can look, but you can't touch. And look, it's the favourite game to play with any peon. Meet me fist. Well, he's stunned. I guess he's got several painkillers. He better start sampling some of his drugs. He's going to need them. And meanwhile, slowly but surely, the numbers of the Orcs finally are starting to make a difference here. But as you can see, it's taking enormous effort even just to try and clear things away. And it's still no guarantee. And there you go, turn 12, and guess what? The ball's still lying on the ground. Well, they did say they're well hung. Someone's going to be hung if they can't win this game. There's another clever touchdown. And again, charging in, taking advantage of the position of the players. Onto the ball it goes. Out. And that's a bit of bad luck for the Orcs. They actually would have liked to have the bloody thing. And now there's even more Bretonians guarding the sucking thing. Look, they've even brought in another peon. Well, that was a big chance there. Does he decide to re-roll it? Yes, he does. Double ones. However, it does put him in a good position and it protects the ball even further. Well, you can tell this Bretonian team is definitely getting ready for the playoffs. You've seen the quality of the coach and just how aggressive this bugger can actually get. But, are the Orcs going to take this line down? Well, they're certainly going to be taking something, alright. They'd like to actually take a couple of scalps, heads, arms, legs. But the Bretonians just quite frankly aren't cooperating. Well, here comes Big Dumb and Thumpy. And of course, he actually does succeed. And he succeeds very well. See? Bleeding heart? Well, it's definitely bleeding alright. That's going to be felt in the morning. He'll take the wrestle now. How do the Orcs actually feel about this? Do they want to risk catching the ball? Well, he's got the Bretonian team relatively surrounded here, but where's he want to go? Well, this is it. There's the failed pickup. There's the bounce away. Come on, would someone pick up this... sigh. Anyone? And it's a horrible result for the Orcs. It's wide open. It's more wide open than my last date. Not how he even started drinking. And, oh, bloody hell. You absolutely do not blame the Bretonians for that move. It's absolutely brilliant. It's aggressive, and of course it fails. Orcs, turn 14. He knows what he has to do. Eligible to receive it down the field. Well, he's eligible, alright. Oh yeah, he has posted up his profile on FaceName, and he's accepting every offer. Anyway, back to the game. And once again, tall, thumpy, and munching on a lollipop. He's unique, alright. That lollipop in his hand's deadly. Finally, he's got a player with some skill. And he even makes the long pass. Suddenly, light shine on the Orc bench. They've actually got a bloody miracle in the process. And now they can get back to, well, what they haven't been quite succeeding the way they'd like to. But they can get another good solid punch in. There's another good push away. Would anyone else like to take a swig? Now that's it. Alright, Bretonnians, are you going to take this one? No, you're going to fight this one out? Good lad. There's more solid punching away. There's another one. Fortunately, the Orc armor has been almost not invincible for this game. And it's a bit of push me, push you. And heroically enough, he's actually setting the peon here to be a light screen. Absolutely the worst result for the peon. Where's he going today? Well, straight on the ground, right where he belongs. What's that? Is another place he belongs? We're getting there, we're getting there. You look at the injury cap, come on. There we go, Cap's out a wee bit of trouble. Don't worry, like we said, we are trying to fix that bug just in time for the next round. As we're pointing out, yep, look, we're working on the peon problem where they're supposed to be. Now you can see here, even the goblins getting into the fun. Well, I think this one's going to become, unless we have it right here, pretty irregular as we speak. As now things are getting pretty routine here for the Orcs, just to make sure you screen the ball carrier away. The Bretonnians there, of course, not missing a trick. They would mind actually doing something here. They're certainly putting a good face on. And it does show the way this game has gone. If it had been for just that one blown pickup, it's a completely different game. As it is, Bretonnians, nothing to be ashamed about. Easily take the tie. They're just not making things easy for the Orcs now, are they? Ah, well, Orcs decide, you know what? As you can hear by the cheering, let's score that one in. It's 1-1. Come on, capture, catch up. Not recovering. We'll see if there actually is anything actually exciting here on this kickoff result. Come on, lads, let's eddy this up here. Come on, me tea's getting cold, lads. Let's go. You've only got so many players. There's not so many choices to do here. It's all going to come down to, is there actually a riot? Alright, let's get this started. No, high kick. Well, it's going to be going for the glory pass if he actually catches the ball. Come on. There you go, lad. Well done. There's a solid hit. Nothing exciting there. How about the next one? Well, it's a punch me, punch you. Does sweet buckus. Let's bring another peon around here because, you know, that's always fun. Dauntless away. And it's push me, push you. Well, you've got two more plays. How do you want to play this one here? Let's go for the quick glory SPP. Place your bets. And the lads easily got it. And now here comes the glory blitz because, you know, reasons. Once the capture actually catches up with it. Don't worry, it's just a push me, push you. Come on, capture. You can catch up with that one there. You know what? Good enough. Tail the tape here. As they finally are cutting away here. We're still waiting for the capture to catch up. There we are. 1-1. Well played. It's a good preview of both teams here. Don't worry, I have most of the capture problems all cleaned up once again. Back and clean as you expected here. Well, as clean as it ever gets. Commentary's never that clean, is it? But there you go. Nuffle, next round. Bless your dice.